Lift 4 water leaks, block B2. Polyurethane coating to the lift shaft roof is pinholed and UV affected. There's lots of holes, pinholing throughout the entire roof. It really would benefit from being ground off and re-waterproofed. I can see some sections there where it's clearly not waterproofed anymore. It's got a nice aggressive grade, well, at least 1.5% off the lift shaft wall, so I don't think that's the primary cause of the problem. The primary cause of the problem is the lift shaft slab leaks to the entrance of the lift shaft in the common areas. Water's penetrating behind the granny guard finish on that top leading edge. You can see moisture's getting behind the wall. The wall's drummy around here and need to be resurfaced. Water's also penetrating around the hot water pipes penetration. It's constant expansion and contractions causing the waterproof membrane to split. This wall floor junction is problematic. We really need to install about a 500mm plinth, bonded plinth going back to the wall, graded away from the lift shaft. We need to go with our plinth over the height of those slab penetrations for the pipe, and they'll need some cyclical maintenance to make sure that they're sealed and not damaged from the constant expansion and contraction. That'll be cyclical maintenance, but at least with the plinth it's got a fighting chance. The membrane has to be patched behind the wall. It's quite difficult to grind that membrane off now because of the location, so it may have to be epoxy primed and left so that we don't damage the existing surfaces. The wall floor junction to this existing plinth needs to be cleaned up, epoxy primed with a bond breaker installed at the plinth wall junction. That's all that'll be done. We'll monitor the performance of that. Water pools in this vicinity here. Pools against the lift shaft wall. We're going to have to lightly scabble and sand approximately a metre off that lift shaft wall and regrade it away from the lift shaft wall with a laticrete. Mixed. We've got to avoid feather edging with the laticrete. The only other alternative is a plinth, so I'd like to try regrading this away from the lift shaft wall with a topping mix, and then we can waterproof over the top back to the lift shaft wall. At this stage we'll leave this polyurethane. Try and make sure that is adequately sealed between the granny guard finish and polyurethane. The bond breaker needs to be redone at this wall floor junction around this back side of the lift shaft. Ideally we should come out another 500 and do a wall floor junction bandage. The joint between the polyurethane and the granny guard needs to be sealed with a bandage. And this is the plinth wall that will do a tight wall floor junction bond breaker style bandage. You can see the vapor barrier holes throughout this membrane, although I don't think it's the primary cause of the leak. It would benefit from being ground off and re-waterproofed. This is the building antenna, which is quite sensitive, I've been advised, and shouldn't be touched or it throws the TV signals out, causing chaos.